Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of Gamebiz Heroes Women in Games edition. Today we have an incredible guest. She has participated in numerous interviews, talks and webinars over the past years. You can often find her at various conferences. She even organizes events herself and has built a large community in the gaming industry. Please welcome Claire.
Hello Melanya, super nice, thank you for having me. So my name is Claire, I'm the CEO of Rozain Consulting, I'm a solopreneur. I worked with games, apps and AI products with several clients in Canada, United States, in APAC as well, Europe. So excited to be here.
Thank you. And could you tell me, please, what motivates you to start your own consulting?
So I really like people and having the ability to reach different business. Also like having a really quick impact, because when you are a solopreneur and especially a consultant, you need to drive result pretty fast. So I've been lucky, I had a really big impact. So now I have, long solopreneur contract. But it's really what excited me the most.
Awesome. And please tell me, you have also worked before at roles and the bigger companies like Rovio and Gamelight. So how does your current work experience differ from your previous roles at these big gaming companies?
Yes, so I think in big companies, the goals are really different. Usually it's business that already succeeded. So, like there is a need to stabilize it and not really grow it. And you see it like there is people focusing on a really specific mission. From my side, I actually started at Product Manage that was acquired by Aristocrat, and we made it grow. So I had the privilege to see a company growing. But I'm not really into, this stabilize phase. I think all my clients, they are startup or scale-up company, which I find super exciting. So I kind of went the opposite way where, like there is a few people, but real impact. And it's why it excites me the most.
Awesome. And what has been the most rewarding part so far of helping games through your consultancy work?
I think definitely meeting the people. Like I love learning from our differences and working with Indians, with Africans, with like Europeans, with Americans. It's really something I'm super excited about, and I personally take a lot out of it. And you really enjoy this, like especially when you are a solopreneur, because you are alone by your own, which is something I enjoy a lot, to be honest, not having those political conversation and stuff. But when you are deeply into a project where you can really impact, you definitely don't build the same relationship as someone working in a company. So I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and everyone is very different, right? Everyone is doing business differently, have different approaches, and it's like a non-stop learning process. You learn from every person that you've met on conference or through your work, and it's also excites me always how people are different and how they approach the same tasks differently, and it's always interesting.
100% Melania. And I think you are one of the person I enjoy the most to meet in conferences, because, like there is always, like people that just started are all excited, like doing everything, killing everything. And there is people, that have more time, of course, in the in the industry, and really have this maturity and step back. And, like when I met you, it's really something I could relate to. So that's why I'm super excited to be here as well.
And people like me who are already tired, not young.
No, I mean, it's all about being, like you have this gif where you have a kind of a noob, a new person that just is really not senior and really junior, and is moving everything in all direction, burning a lot of energy. And I feel there is more senior people, that are more like the sniper and just target focused and killing it. And I'm aging a bit, so nowadays I enjoy a lot working with those people because I'm learning a lot also myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I love those conversation as well that always bring, like calm perspective. I'm really loving it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And how do you approach building growth strategies for smaller studios versus larger established ones? Because I think that the process is very different.
Yeah, so for big companies, it will be always a lot of stakeholder management when you will have to build growth. I think it will be much more challenging, much longer than in small companies. So usually in those companies, like the rules are really specific, like you will do only one thing, like you will do only one meta specialist, for instance, which doesn't make any sense, right? Like if tomorrow you walk out of this company, everyone will tell you, okay, what do you know? And if you know only meta, it's going to be a bit difficult for a startup. But in a startup, it will be more, like knowing different things, being able to step back, but also think fast and strategically, to make the best out of what you have as well. And always also gauging your ambition, because you can do anything in a big company. You can test podcasts, you can test CTV, you can test anything, and you can see ultimately if it works or not. But in a small company, like you burn more money, you get to do layoff, you have to, you kill the company. So it's always, stepping back and doing what has the most impact.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And what trends and strategies are you currently most excited about in gaming industry?
So I'm really excited about the incense and all the loyalty platform, because for me it's like giving back a bit of this big advertising market to entrepreneur and solopreneur. And like, for instance, when I think about Gamelight, it's a woman CEO. I'm just loving it. And it's just like anyone can do a rewarded platform if you invest a bit of your time and effort, into it, and you have the good, of course, scientific model, because I think it's all about giving the good reward to the player, and what excites them as well. You can, do it. And it's exciting to think that you could be the next Applovin. When Applovin started as well, like no VCs actually trust into themselves. Applovin was not something that was exciting to them. They just built it from their side, and now they are one of the biggest company.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised it happens to Incense. My only worry, of course, is that it happened back in time with App Gratis. That was actually a French business, from someone that now is doing batch, that was put out of the store by Apple for regulatory reasons. So I'm excited to see how it evolves. I hope it will grow this time and won't be, like put out of the store. But I'm excited about those new CEO that will make the next Applovin.
Interesting, yeah. Um, and a tricky question, like what has been one of the biggest challenge you've faced as a founder in the consulting space, especially
Oh,
as a woman, a CEO founder? It's
yeah.
also interesting
So I
for the
think
question.
it's not really tailored to women, but accountability has been a pain, to be honest. But as a woman, I will say 100% of my clients are actually men. It's sad, but it's the truth. I work with C-level people, and I'm not sure if they are the only one trusting consultant and stuff, but you need to be able to communicate, speak the same language, and like make a strength out of the difference. I think it's something, like I learned to do by being really focused on the work, on the impact, on the performances. And it's what I think make us all communicate together in a common way, especially when you are not in the same country and things like this.
Hmm.
So I think it's a challenge, but it's also an opportunity for you to be better as a professional by focusing actually on your work and your performance, basically.
Hmm. And how do you think industry, like in general, could help, solopreneurs, consultants to To get clients, to feel, like easier in this space, and especially when you're a woman, because I'm a part of the Women in Games organization, and I know that right now we have about only 22% women here, and I'm not talking about the founders. It's like in general the whole statistics. If we're talking about the founders, like a female, it would be a very sad number
No,
to
no.
tell. So how do you think industry can address it to make it more available, more open, and less stressful maybe for the consultancies like yours, for example?
Yes, and actually, I noticed pretty fast that there is not a lot of women consultants, so I cherish them and I love them. So my first tip is you as a solopreneur, if you are solopreneur, to empower each other and help other women solopreneur. I personally did a list, and I'm happy to share it if we can share it with the podcast of women in consulting. So it's a list with several, expertise and things, and I share it on the main. Known channel that we have, like gaming channel, my community as well, and things like this. But as an industry, I think it's tough. I think there is a lot of things done. Even men that are allied, ally help a lot. One I have in mind is, for instance, Matej, that is always speaking for women, from 2.5 a gamer. And I think speaking up and being ally is already something helping a lot, I think, from my perspective.
And what advice would you give to the game developers or solopreneurs, anyone who is starting in the gaming industry now? What's the one and only advice from Claire
Yeah.
we need to hear?
So I will say, if you just start, don't start with solopreneur. It's going to be tough. I worked 10 years before I started as a solopreneur, and I think it's a lot of stress. It's a lot of also time of questioning things. So you need to build a bit your confidence, maybe with some, salarial job in a startup even, or a corporation. But I think the main thing is just like, don't give up and trust in yourself. I think it's the most important thing.
Awesome. Thank you. Guys, make sure to stick around until the end of the episode because I've partnered up with the top gaming conferences to bring you exclusive discounts. I'll be revealing a special promo code you don't want to miss, so stay tuned. Looking ahead, what excites you the most about the future of gaming industry in general?
So I'm super excited about AI, because I think it's going to be more and more personalized. And I think, for instance, you work for an AI
Yes.
solution as well, Elevatics, and the fact that that you have customized pricing, and it helps you to also better, expand your offer to more users. I'm really into, like sharing to everyone things that they can access to. I love the democratization of access, and it's what AI is actually enabling. I can do my accountability with AI. I can find a solution to a game if I'm stuck with AI. So I'm really excited about this and how it will reshift the cards, and I'm really passionate about it as well.
Are you not afraid of AI? Because right now we see so many discussions, and I also heard the sad news about, the company starting to lay off people because of the AI also. So it's a very exciting thing. It can help you a lot, and it's awesome that we have it right now. But at the same time, it scares me a bit. What about you?
I think it creates job, and to be honest, like we are in a totally new cycle, even in employment. A lot of people have been laid off, and now they have more like, you know, like um, freelance jobs and things like this. Like, you don't stay 10 years in a company anymore, but it's the same like my parents. For them, it was normal to do their life in a company. Even my generation, it wasn't normal to spend 50 years in a company. And nowadays, like it's again something new. But I think, like you need to change as well your skills and readapt. It's there is so many example, like people, in music industry, for instance, that used to do CD and stuff like this. Now they are into digital music, and it
Yeah.
didn't kill their job. They just readjust, and I think it's more, like the lack of adaptation and the fact that some player used to have a really strong expertise that now is deprecated and need to learn new things. This is what is killing job. But so it depends on the people as well. If they are willing to learn more, to work with AI, I deeply think it will actually create job. And actually in France, there is huge investment there. There is Mistral, for instance, big company hiring a lot. And there is also a lot of different initiative and government investment even to make you push to do your own thing. So I think people not afraid to change are actually having huge opportunity that they wouldn't have if they won't work with AI.
Mm. Yeah, it's an awesome perspective. You need to learn how to use it, adapt, and then everything will be all right at the end. I agree. Moving on to the fun part. So right now I have a blitz questions for you. The answers should be short. It can be a word, a sentence, as you wish. And let's start. So the first one, please, Claire, describe yourself in 3 words.
Weird, nerd, and authentic, I think.
Awesome. And what is your guilty pleasure when you're not working?
Oh my God, I go in the boulangerie in France, which is like the bakery. I mean, I mean, when I can, honestly, I have a dog, so I go always, out and stuff, and I just love to go to the bakery, having like a little thing, like that I can eat and stuff like this. So this is my guilty thing, I think.
Awesome. I love seeing your photos on LinkedIn with when you're walking with your dog near the, I know it's a lake, it's a sea, I don't know what it is, but it looks amazing, and I think it clears your head, and it's like very good for mental health. So I also have a dog, and I also love to walk in the forest after the working day, and I don't listen to any music. I don't talk with anyone. I just walk with my dog, and it's one of the best parts that happens with me after my working day. I agree. Yeah.
Oh, this is priceless, honestly. And this is, like the comfort you have as well with working remotely. I think it's a real gift. And I mean, I can relate to what you share. I love forest as well. So one day you need to visit me and I visit you.
Yeah, yeah. If you want to go to walk in the forest, come to Lithuania. If you want to walk by the sea, let's go to France. I love this plan.
Me too.
So, what's one surprising fact about yourself that most people don't know?
Hmm. Um, I mean, I didn't prepare, but I think I won. I was doing a bit of sport combat, so I was doing karate. I'm not sure we say it in. Is it karate in English or?
Yes, yes, I think it's
Okay,
international. Yeah.
okay. So I was doing it, and I won like the gold medals of France when I was a kid.
Oh
So
my
yeah,
God. So that's how you sign deals.
yeah, I fight.
Sign deal with the Claire.
Then they escape, they go away.
And what was your first job? Like, I don't know, when you were in school, in high school, or on the university, what was the first job ever that you had?
So I was calling people and asking them to buy a solution. So really, really
So
boring
kind of
stuff.
like a sales manager, right?
Yes, yes. And so I had
Interesting.
a list of number, I remember, and I had to call them one by one. And I had no training. It was like an internship, and at the end of the day, I think you get the thing, but after 100 people you've been calling. So it's a real exercise.
So you are one of that scammers that calling everyone like right now. You were one of them.
Yes, please don't shut your phone. It's
Oh my
breaking
God!
me.
Like I'm always like trying to block them, but they always call me from the different numbers, and so okay, I know who to blame now.
Yeah, poor intern are doing it now.
Okay, interesting. If you would describe Rozain Consulting in one sentence or in a couple of words, how would you describe it?
So first, it's a community. I think it's
Mhm.
what makes it important. It's people that share and engage together. So in the Slack group, but also in the yearly event we do. So the rest is like it's
Sausage.
accessory. But the main thing it's a community helping each other, and it's what I care about. So I don't care what you share, but as soon as you are involved and want to participate, help people, you're more than welcome.
Mm. Yes, Claire has an amazing community in Slack. There are a lot of channels, and it's active every day. So if she invites you there, guys, accept.
Actually,
I
we can share the
recommend.
link. I'm super happy also to add it on the podcast. If anyone is interesting.
We will put it in the comments below, in the description below. Oh, how these
Perfect.
vloggers say it. Awesome. Yes, of course. Welcome, everyone. So, what's your dream travel destination?
I traveled a lot, to be honest, and now I like to be where there is my family. So I'm kind of boring. But I'm going actually to India for a wedding of someone I really
Oh,
like a lot. So one of my friends. So I think it's my next dream destination. Now I'm planning, going to the Taj Mahal, everything. So I've never been in India, and I'm really looking up, at the culture, and also especially women, they express themselves, and they are really strong and talented professional and have a lot of skills. The woman, Indian woman, at least I spoke with, and even like they are doing yoga at school, which I find amazing. And I'm really curious, to get there and see who it is. There is a lot of place in Africa I've not been that I want to go. My wildest dream, I think, it's to do like all the continents, but maybe not tomorrow.
we need to go to Games Africa Week because I've also never been there, and everyone is saying that it's an amazing place to visit. South
Yes, I
Africa.
mean, honestly, I've been in college in Morocco, and then last year I went with my friend Gio in Senegal, and it's such an amazing place. There is so many talents, there is so many people really hungry to learn, to impact. It's really inspiring every time I go there, and the nature is also incredible. Honestly, outside of the city, I think is my favorite part of Africa. I mean, where I've been, the countries I've been at least, and the food as well is amazing.
Awesome. So we have a good plan. I also talked with Hind, and she said she could be our travel guide
Nice.
to any African country. So we will contact her.
Yes, for sure.
So Claire, what's the next event or conference that we can see you there?
My next event is my event, so I'm super excited about it. So I'm doing an event in Barcelona in June, so before PGC Barcelona. I can't disclose much for now because we are organizing, but there is two sponsors and one publisher from there that are teaming up with me, and it will be also around gaming, but also around women. So I wait you there for sure, Melania.
Awesome, awesome. I have already planned to go to PGC Barcelona because it's first of all, I love Barcelona. Like it's one of my favorite cities in Europe. And I love PGC, so I can't find any minuses or no's why not to go there. And
Perfect.
if you will have an event there, it would be even more amazing because there are so many companies there, offices, people, and the weather should be nice, right? It shouldn't be too hot, but it should be like that nice beginning of summer. So, oh my God, I will wait for the announcement of your event, and for sure I will the first one who will sign up. If you
Perfect.
allow, we will promote it also here, guys.
Yes, yes. I don't have the landing page, but as soon as I have it, I tell you.
Of course, of course. And Claire, the last question for today. Imagine you could have a coffee tomorrow with any person from the industry or the game development company, publishers, anyone. Who would it be? And what's the first question you would ask?
I'm a really boring person because I will definitely take my friends. So, I will take amazing colleague I worked with, and it's actually what I do. I was in PGC London, I saw Alex, and when I can, I saw back Sarah, who is one of my best friends. So I love doing business, but to be honest, I will take people I like. And the question will be, how are you doing? Just catching up.
How are you? Awesome, Claire. Thank you so much for our talk. It was amazing, and I can't wait to go to Barcelona, to the PGC and your event, and meet everyone under the sun and beautiful Gaudi, artworks, let's say. And yes, it's always a passion. I'm always happy to see you. I'm always happy to chat with you, and I wish you all the best. And see you soon.
Thank you, Melania. Take care. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. As you know, I've partnered with some of the leading gaming conferences to bring you exclusive discounts. And today I want to highlight Hit Games Conference Berlin 2025. This exciting event will take place on April 24th and 25th in Berlin, Germany. It's a premier B2B gaming conference that unites professionals from across the globe to explore gaming market insights. It's the perfect place to level up your knowledge and connections. And here's the best part. I've got an exclusive promo code just for you. Use my promo code at checkout to get a 20% discount on premium and delegate passes. You'll also find the codes in the description below. Don't miss this incredible opportunity to connect with industry leaders and be part of the future of gaming. Let's make Berlin the hub of innovation this April. That's a wrap for today's episode of Gamebiz Heroes. Make sure to subscribe, leave feedback, and share it with your friends. And of course, stay tuned for more inspiring stories and insider tips from the brightest minds in gaming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next episode.